Hey guys, Jarrell here, back with more reactions to Fringe. We're on to episode 12 of season 4. Now the last episode had quite a few different things going on. We had Astrid over from the other side, which was a beautiful but sad episode, but really outlined what the Astrid is like, and she's just lost her father. But it also showed us that the observers are a little bit more careless than we thought, or at least this September one is, which I'm presuming is the one that we know, the one that we saw for the very first time and the one that we keep seeing. I know it's showing other ones now, but he's the original one that we first met. And the two talking at the end of that episode, getting the technology back from the guy who was using it and had figured it out, said, "This is September's, he must have lost it when he never saved the boy. However, the boy is back, Peter's exists, and that's where it ended." So whether it's going to move straight on from that and we're going to get some sort of observer episode, I've no idea. Let's just go find out. This is episode 12.
Peter and I have completed biomechanical interface with the machine. The device is uniquely calibrated to work only with Peter's genetic profile.
So you're able to control the machine with your thoughts through this?
That's how I was able to do it back in my timeline.
No, we won't know for sure until we're able to test the prototype on the machine itself.
Which would require
you.
authorization. Now I know why I'm here.
Well, it's some sort of electromagnetic disturbance because there's other cars there and all their lights are flashing. That would be complete loss of flight controls. Damn.
Atlantic 591 was passing overhead when a disturbance occurred mid-flight. It appears their electrical and hydraulic systems failed. Approximately 3 hours ago, every vehicle on this stretch of highway inexplicably lost power.
Well, it could be some sort of interference. Are there any high-frequency radio towers around?
None.
You're here in person.
I thought it was today for a drive. Well, let's get started, shall we? Just watch.
Huh. It's magnetized.
As I suspected, I didn't think that those levitating effects that the witnesses described were as a result of a change in gravity. On the contrary, it seems that for a brief moment, the electromagnetic force in this area was increased dramatically. Just down the road, I saw a sign for a place that serves delicious homemade rhubarb pie. I was hungry.
Come on in out of the cold, gentlemen. Have a seat. What can I get for you?
Your largest slice of rhubarb pie and coffee, please.
All right. Your first time in Vermont?
Are we in Vermont? I had no idea.
Lost? I like you. Pie's on the house.
Thank you.
So, what can I get for you?
Pardon?
What do you want to order?
But I ordered a moment ago.
This is my busiest shift. You want to order or not? You trying to steal food?
No, of course not.
The hell is wrong with you?
Not you, not Cliff, nobody. You hear me, old man?
What's wrong with his pupils? Oh dear God! Good timing. What the hell was all that about?
I'm okay. What are you thinking, serial killer?
I don't know. I mean, I think there's something off about this entire town.
Meaning what?
The whole place is deserted. I can't get a cell signal. All the phone lines are down.
The camp going to be all right. Stay with us. What's your name?
Did you see that?
Yeah, welcome to Westfield. You must have got
You
to
just
turn around someplace.
passed that?
I guess so.
You just gotta stay on the main road. It takes you right back to the highway.
I thought I did. What the hell is going on here?
Twilight Zone time.
I can't leave.
He's right, you can't.
Your girlfriend's right. Trapped here.
Not an idea, kid.
Good.
Appreciate you pleasing me again.
No. I have 2 needles.
We're not safe here. This town, everyone's crazy. A man had broken into her house. I tried calling the sheriff, but the phones were down. So I went over. When I got there, I found her husband in the bedroom, shot in the head. She said she'd never seen him before in her life. They'd been married for 18 years. Talking about people she'd never met, things she'd never done, children she didn't have. It was as if she was having memories all of a sudden from someone else's life.
Can an entire town turn schizophrenic overnight?
Some sort of biological contagion? Maybe a virus that affects the human brain?
The virus doesn't explain why we drive out one side of town and right in the other.
No, it doesn't.
Something else.
Think the army's involved in this?
In something of this magnitude, a whole town? Perhaps it was a military experiment gone wrong, like that case we caught in Edina.
Where's Edina?
Upstate New York. Remember the whole town's population was disfigured from the military experiment?
We never had such a case.
I investigated a case in Edina with my Walter and my Olivia.
Yeah.
What's that? You guys hear that?
Whoa. That's disturbing.
You need some water?
No, because there was a machine producer. Well, Peter, I don't know how to explain it, but that feels like there was somebody else in my head.
Cliff, who are they?
The FBI, Brian. I'll explain inside.
We gotta tell Walter. If you think what's happening to these people is happening to you.
So FBI, huh?
Now, in the meantime, we need to work together, find out what's going on here, and also how to get out.
If I could examine one of the victims, we might get answers to what's happening in this town.
What?
The cook at the diner had 2 irises in each eye. Perhaps
That's what that was.
afflicting these people is creating some sort of rapid mitosis, causing the cells to replicate exponentially.
Did you get the radio to work?
Couldn't get a signal. Even if I had a generator twice that size, there's just too much electromagnetic interference.
They're probably just psychosomatic, these symptoms you're feeling. And if it's something worse, then we'll deal with it.
I'm glad you're here. Not just for me, but for him. I've seen the way he's been with you lately. Before you got here, he was kind of shut down and isolated.
Eventually, we even had our own thing.
A thing?
Yeah, a thing, a routine, you know? On Friday nights, we get together, we watch cheesy horror films and order in from Damiano's.
I think I've worked out what's happened in this town.
Good, because I can't figure it out.
I found 92 chromosomes in her DNA. Well, that's twice the genetic material that should appear in any human being.
Okay, well, how is that possible?
Billy and I once combined a tiny portion of our universe with the alternate universe in a goldfish bowl in our lab. The physics in the overlapping areas was catastrophic. And this overlap is the town. Now, for reasons that I am yet to deduce, our Westfield has merged with the Westfield from the alternate universe.
Okay, well, how can 2 universes merging drive an entire town insane?
Maybe the same thing that's happening to the town is happening to the town's people. They're merging with their doppelgangers. What are you saying, Walter, that Olivia...
What? No, Olivia's blood was fine. Did I fail to mention that? I can't imagine an energy source that would merge an entire town.
What about an amphilicite?
Oh.
Yes, that would do it.
You think that David Robert Jones is involved?
I don't know, but maybe that's why he was at the quarry.
The effects I have just described, they are just phase 1.
What's
Oh,
phase
great. That.
You done. You need to see this.
Oh my god, the town's disappearing.
Is phase 2.
You said that the forces of nature are colliding. Do you think they could be offset by opposite forces?
It's very clever, Peter. We need to find the place where the opposite forces meet and cancel out.
Like the eye of the storm.
In a hurricane, the center is said to be the safest spot.
And after this thing is said and done, it might be the only place that survives. Right, so, in order to find the bullseye,
Connect points?
divide in half. Cypress and Quimby.
You'll be fine, you'll see.
Walter, what are you doing? Come on, get inside.
Peter, you're right. This is it. This is the eye of the storm.
We need to know who's instigated this. Look at that. This isn't natural.
During the search, we found several unusual devices. We're not sure how the technology works, but they were placed around the perimeter of the town.
David Robert Jones.
Hazmat detected trace amounts of amphilicite.
What would David Robert Jones have to gain by destroying a town that
Peter
people
was
didn't even
spot
know
on.
was here to begin with?
I don't know.
First thing tomorrow morning, I promise. And maybe by that time, Broyles will have allowed us access to the machine.
Ah, yes. We can resume our efforts to get you home.
I hope you don't mind. I was just in the neighborhood. Thought I'd stop by and see how you're feeling.
No, why would I? I'm gonna pour you a drink.
What is that that smells so fantastic?
What do you mean? It's Friday. I ordered Damiano's.
Whoa. Olivia.
What? What just happened? Okay, I have no idea what's just happened there. I'm a bit of a loss for words there, people. Alright, okay, let's go back to the episode. It was a 21st century version of the X-Files episode, but it was done really well. I hadn't figured it out at all. I knew there were strange goings on and it had to be scientific in nature because Walter just said it can't be like a virus or anything that's making people insane, because that wouldn't affect you driving out the town one end and coming back in the other end instantly. It had to be something scientific, and it's David Robert Jones with his amphilicite. I still think that's the test. Something bigger is coming. I just don't know what that would be for. So he's just successfully destroyed this Westfield town on both sides to do whatever it is he was testing. I guess we'll get to find out what that is at a later point. There was two disturbing scenes in that as well. The one with the guy with all the blood running down his arm carrying a little doll humming along like a psychotic maniac, that was disturbing. And for the little girl that was on the bus, that guy with two faces, that was quite disturbing as well. That was a little bit more on the horror side or shock value than Fringe normally does. What I'm concerned about is what's going on with Olivia and what's going on with Walter. Walter's is more natural. I don't think Olivia's is. He started to get used to this Peter being around. You've just seen Walter's face there when Peter's just said, oh, maybe tomorrow we'll figure out a way of using this machine to get me back to my time. And you could see the disappointment on his face. He started to get to be how our Walter was with him. And it is bringing him out of his shell. It's bringing him out of that closed world that he lived in. He got out of the lab in this episode, all of that. And it's now starting to get towards the point that maybe Peter can figure out how to get back and put things back as they were, for him at least. But what's going on with Olivia? Two things. The first bit she mentioned about the case that she never investigated. That was our Olivia from our timeline and Peter's timeline. She could have no knowledge of that, but she just discussed it, and then she fobbed it off as though she must have read it in a briefing. Why would Peter have written that down in a briefing whilst being here? So that doesn't make sense. And now right at the end, we had that sit down conversation with the two of them for 10 minutes of him explaining what his Olivia was like, and that they had a thing about this meeting up on Friday nights and going to this specific restaurant and watching old horror movies and stuff on TV. And then he calls at the end, she instantly pours him a drink, and he just goes up to him and kisses him just like how it would have been back then. Has this town had some sort of effect on her? Because we know she's uniquely tuned more than anybody else, and she's having memories she shouldn't have. It can't be of the other Olivia though, because the other Olivia, Alt Olivia in the other side, doesn't have that because Peter's not over there, so it's not that. What the hell? I'm confused. I'm confused, but that was a good episode. The further and further in we're getting, the more I'm getting a sense of Peter's in the right place, just the wrong time. I've said it for like the last 3 reviews now, but I just don't know where it's going to go with it. No idea. Right, don't forget, if you want to watch this full episode, guys, it will be available over on Patreon as always. The link will be in the description. If you want to check that out, head over to Patreon and you'll be able to watch it there. And also, please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and turn your notifications on. You'll know when all the rest of my series, including Fringe, will be available. And I will be back with the next episode, which will be episode 13 in 2 or 3 days. Till then, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you for the next episode.